Houston, we have a problem.
Give me all you got!
But what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
Give me back my gun! I didn't kill my wife! I don't care!
I just don't want sex in my movies.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Stand and Watch, the best and only dad movie podcast. Because we killed all the other ones.
We murdered them with our boobs.
Yeah, our boobs, and they'll never be solved because as soon as the young people who are in the police department now realize boobs were involved, they'll quit.
The Gen Z detectives in the agency would be like, "Oh, there was sex involved. No, thank you. Where's my sexless crimes?"
Yeah, I only solve sexless crimes.
I want to solve sexless crimes and sexless crimes only. If I catch a whiff of sex in this crime, I'm off the case.
Gen Z detectives never go to the autopsy because they're naked.
They're naked. They're like, ew.
Yeah. Coroner, can you perform this autopsy with the body clothed? No. Well, I guess I'm not going to be there.
Could you put their shirt back on, please?
Can you just send me an email about your findings?
I feel like they don't. I feel like if they're naked, like I feel overdressed.
Anyway, I'm your host, Matt.
And I'm Nick.
Hello, Steve Buscemi.
Hey, Steve and Standys.
Steve and Standys. Steve and Standys.
Steve and Standys, we got a good one for you today.
We do. We have maybe an all-timer. Maybe the best movie we've ever looked at so far.
Is this Shane Black's best movie or is it Iron Man 3?
He makes a lot of good movies. There is a case to be made for at least 3 of them.
So I've never seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Would I like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
You would like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is fantastic. Val Kilmer in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is amazing.
He's popping up a lot right now.
Yeah. His son is in this, which I learned today.
When he's not in much else, because I went back and looked to see if he's kind of taken off since this, and he sadly has not.
Yeah, I didn't know it was. I've seen this movie. This is at least my 4th or 5th time seeing this movie. I did not know that was Val Kilmer's kid.
To be fair, he's wearing a gas mask in most of the scenes, or he's in a trash can having been beaten to death.
Yeah, and he kind of looks nothing like Val Kilmer.
I think the hair really. He was giving me his hair was giving me like Val Kilmer and Heat vibes.
I don't know. Val Kilmer had luscious hair in Heat. Chet has greasy hair.
I'm glad you realized because when we were texting about this earlier, like, yeah, I quoted the kid on the bike. He's like, "You want to see my dick?" You're like, "Oh, yeah. That's Chet." I was like, no.
Yeah,
that's not Chet.
I thought he was Chet. And, Chet is the projectionist. I was like, that's got to be Chet, unless I'm thinking of someone else.
The young teen, I guess you could call him a preteen almost, that's like obsessed with his dick. That
kid doesn't have a name, right?
No, they didn't name. And you know what's probably even more funny? Probably like a producer's kid or something. And they're like, all right. He's like, wait, what do you want me to say, Dad? He's like,
say you got a big dick.
Ask Russell Crowe if he wants to see your dick, all right? Ask Gosling and Crowe if they want to see your dick.
Keep mentioning how big it is.
Tell them you got a fucking hog.
Oh my god. This is gonna be. Listen, I know we have a standard format for these things, but this is gonna be. I feel like this is gonna be one of our. We're going off script for this one because it's too good of a movie. I think we're just gonna hit you right off the bat. I have nothing bad to say about this movie.
I got one bad thing, but it's a very, very small bad thing.
Okay, maybe we'll just start with your bad thing, though. Then.
My one bad thing about the movie is that when they have Amelia, it just feels too convenient that they have a distraction for them to be separated from Amelia to go and get the money from Amelia's mom's secretary. It just feels a little like watching it this time. It felt a little contrived. That being said, I didn't fucking care, but I was
Yeah. But then again, they told what was her name? Tilly?
I think her name's Tilly. But also they feel like they're really smart throughout they feel smart throughout the investigation, and that feels like the one time they've turned their brains off in the movie, where they're like, "Yeah, we've got the girl." But maybe
I will slightly I can see that. I will slightly defend it by saying they thought, Tilly was on their side, so they called Tilly and was like, "We got Amelia. It's done." And she's like, "Great. I'll send the family doctor. You can come here and pick up this money." So they figured it was all peachy dory.
yeah, I could, and I'm doing Olympics in my head because this is a perfect movie, and I will not criticize this movie with whatever fiber in me I have. So I do think at that point they still think her mom has the best interest in their own daughter's life. But I mean, by this point, we're past the point of any return. Like they're sending John Boy to kill her, no matter what. But our heroes haven't quite gotten to that point.
Let's do our letterbox reviews and then we'll rave about this movie.
Let me do the wiki.
Wiki. This is just gonna give a heads up to everybody, including you, Steve Buscemi. This is gonna be an off kilter episode because it's 2 a.m. and this movie's incredible.
We love this movie. So The Nice Guys is a 2016 American neo-noir buddy action comedy film directed by Shane Black, who co-wrote the screenplay with Anthony Bagarazzi. Film stars Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling in the title roles, with Angourie Rice, Matt Bomer, Margaret Qualley, amazing, Keith David, and Kim Basinger appearing in supporting roles. Set in 1977 Los Angeles, the film focuses on Private Eye Holland March, played by Gosling, and tough enforcer for hire Jackson Healy, Crowe, who team up to investigate the disappearance of a teenage girl, Qualley. I guess I can read this second paragraph because it's a little disappointing, but Nice Guys premiered on May 11, 2016 in Hollywood, screened on May 15th at the 2016 Cannes Film Festival. It received positive reviews from critics for its humor, mystery, and the performance of Crowe and Gosling. It grossed $63 million on a $50 million budget. Since its release, the film gained a cult following, especially for Gosling and Crowe's chemistry and comedy.
All I'm going to say is that since this movie bombed, the world has gotten progressively worse. Are those two things related? Absolutely.
And they marketed. I remember before this movie, it felt like they marketed the shit out of this movie too.
Yeah, they. I saw this
everywhere.
movie. Yeah, that's why I saw this movie, because of all the marketing, and they marketed it well too. Like they like a lot of movies will like kind of lie to you about what they are.
Yeah.
And like the marketing for this movie was good. It told you exactly what kind of movie it was. It made it look funny. Gosling and Crowe like were doing press together, and they're fucking hilarious. And nobody saw it. And fuck you all.
Well, I remember seeing a trailer for this, like a TV spot, and I think one of the scenes that like popped up over and over again was Gosling throwing the gun to Crowe and like overthrowing it out the window. And I was like, that feels like a good buddy cop movie. Like we haven't had one of these good buddy cop movies in a while at that time. So I was like, yeah, let's go.
I remember the clip I kept seeing over and over again was the one when he's in the bathroom stall.
Yep.
And he's pointing the gun at Crowe, and the door keeps closing, and he's got to keep opening it with his foot. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm seeing that. That looks hilarious.
I mean, it's a really good fucking movie. And no one showed up. And I know we look here, like the budget's 50 million, box office is 62 million. They probably dropped a cool, 25 million advertising this.
Yes, at least.
I'm bad with numbers, but I would have, if I were gonna guess, if I were a guessing man, I'd say 25 million on the marketing. None of these studios report their marketing costs, which I think is bullshit.
I think the general rule of thumb is you take the budget and double it.
Oh, or half it, you mean?
I don't know if that. I think just what I've heard is you just take the budget and double it, and there's your total cost with marketing.
Oh, I got you. Okay. I think studios should be. I think they should have to be upfront about how much they're spending on marketing, because then they start to get creative with their accounting, and like when a movie makes a buku Dolores and they're not reporting the marketing, it's like, this is a massive success. But then if you were to add marketing in, you'd be like, no, it's not. No, not at all.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson. Red One was not a massive success.
I don't care how many times people streamed it on Amazon.
Yeah, I don't care how many minutes it was streamed for, because that counts autoplay, you dorks.
Dumbasses. This I think I saw you say this somewhere, or maybe you tweeted this, or you blue skied it somewhere. You said this was the the best movie for everyone involved in this movie.
Oh, that was my letterbox review. That was my original letterbox review for this. 'Cause I've seen this like 4 times. So yeah, this is like my 4th or 5th time seeing this. But yeah, that was in my letterbox review for it for my previous watch.
This
So,
movie was on HBO in a time when I had like the actual HBO channel, and I think it was like the summer of 17. It had to be the summer of 2017. I probably watched this a good 15 times in a
yeah,
month.
yeah,
The only
yeah.
other movie that I've ever done that with is Django Unchained.
Good movie. Yeah. I'm just gonna plug my letterbox review that I did say that I did say on June 16th, 2023, which was the last time I watched this, is that the fact that this bombed at the box office and there aren't 5 sequels is proof that there is no God. Gosling,
true.
yeah, Gosling gives a tour de force comedic performance that's easily the best thing he's ever done. I'd go so far as to say that this is the best thing everyone involved has ever done. Buddy cop films don't get much better than this. Noir films don't get much better than this. Comedy films don't get much better than this.
That was a good review. I felt like you channeled your inner Ebert for that.
Yes, I did. My current letterbox review for this just says that film was created in 1888 with Roundhay Garden Scene, and it was perfected in 2016 with The Nice Guys.
It's a good fucking movie.
Oh my god. Anyway, speaking of letterbox reviews, I have my dad approved one right here.
I have mine as well. Let me do mine. So mine is from a fellow Matt Lynch, who's a pro. He gave it 4 stars, which I'm shaking my head at really hard. Opinions, everyone is entitled to their opinion unless it's one of these that doesn't give it 5 stars. He said he just quoted something from the movie. He said, "You're expecting an angel, but you get Nixon."
We'll get back to quotes.
One of my favorite. One of my favorite.
I have a review here from Sydney Rocket Ship. Not Sydney Rocket Ship, but Sydney, and then a rocket ship emoji at the end of your name. So, but I'm just gonna say Sydney Rocket Ship. You know,
It's a good name.
Yeah. Who is a patron? Who gave this movie 4.5 stars and wrote, "God damn, these cats are cooking."
I love a good short review like that. It's just like, God damn, let them cook.
Yeah, and you know what? Cooking these cats surely are.
We've already gotten through my negative.
This movie's amazing.
Is Shane Black working on anything? Okay, he's working on.
Yeah.
I think we had this conversation. He's doing Play Dirty, which is like a book.
Yeah.
Which is like a crime thriller based off of a well-known character from Amazon. So he's working on IP. That sucks shit, man. Because he's been working on IP ever since this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it some. Like, I guess, like it's. I know. This probably sounds pretentious, but it's a book.
At least it's a book.
Yeah, at least the IP is a book and not some video game. You know,
or some fucking bullshit superhero.
Listen, we're already in the bad timeline, but in the worst timeline, Shane Black's current project is an Army of Two movie.
Oh no! Stop that. I was talking about video game adaptation with somebody, and they just gave me the word. Stop. Just stop.
This movie is incredible, and I have this quote page up, so I'm just gonna read some quotes.
Do it, and I will react to the quotes.
Okay, so this movie stars Ryan Gosling as Holland Marsh and Russell Crowe as Jackson Healy, and this quote, Gosling's. I don't know. Should I do character names or actor names?
It's interchangeable, but I think more because they say each other's names so much in these movies, which I feel like is a Shane Black thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just gonna say actor names because things are more fun when you do that.
Yeah.
All right. So Gosling goes, "Look on the bright side. Nobody got hurt." Crowe goes, "People got hurt." Gosling says, "I'm saying I think they died quickly, so I don't think they got hurt."
And because that's one of the last lines in the movie, and I was thinking about it. And everyone that gets hurt in this movie does eventually die.
Yeah.
Like I think Gosling's the only one that gets because he gets his arm broken at the beginning and he cuts it open, but he ends up survive. Everyone else,
they don't die quickly. They don't die quickly.
No, everyone dies a slow, painful.
Except
like
for the only one who died quickly is the one guy who blew up. Here's another. Gosling goes, "So you're telling me you made a porno where the point is the plot?
What's your major malfunction, man?" I don't know what she says. She says something else to him.
Gosling's daughter in the movie goes, Dad, there's like whores here and stuff. Gosling goes, sweetheart, how many times have I told you? Don't say and stuff. Just say, Dad, there are whores here.
So what is it about Black's dialogue? Is it just that it's like funny and it pops, or does it feel, because it feels human? It feels more human than most dialogue.
I don't want to bring up his name, but I'm gonna bring up his name just for this comparison. I feel like Shane Black dialogue is what Joss Whedon thinks he's writing.
Don't channel Whedon. Don't do it.
Here's another great quote. Gosling goes, Munich. Crow goes, what? Guy without his balls in Munich. Munich is a city in Germany. You sure? My dad was stationed there. Right. Hitler only had one ball.
The countless Hitler call outs, there's a lot of misunderstandings. Like, one that I really like is between March and his daughter Holly, which I'm just realizing their names are Holland and Holly, which has got to be a fucking nightmare in their living situation sometimes. But he's talking to his daughter at the bowling alley. What are you doing? And she's like, I was giving you a rim job. And he's like, rim shot. So there's so many like misunderstandings, and they're just hilarious.
Oh, at the end, and like the final like shootout, Gosling goes, I think I'm invincible. It's the only thing that makes sense. I don't think I can die.
Yeah, the most out there thing is him falling into the pool while Keith Richards hits the fucking roof.
Well, it's funny too, because he says that, right? He says, I don't think I can die.
David.
And then the next like several minutes are dedicated to him miraculously surviving.
Because he's chasing the film roll. Yeah,
he's chasing the film roll, and just that
John Boy shooting at him.
The last action set piece is just dedicated to him somehow surviving various things that would otherwise kill a man.
The set, like there's two major set pieces, and I guess it's three. It's the porn party, it's the shootout at the Marsh residence, and then it's the auto show.
Yeah, like there's a part, he's got the film, and John Boyd just shoots him, point blank in the chest, but he's holding the film there, so he's fine, right?
Knocks him back.
He's invincible. He can't die.
And now that I'm in, because I've watched this numerous times since it came out, but now this is probably the first time I've watched it since I've become a dad. But it's funny because Crow and Gosling numerous times are talking about like the upcoming generation and how polluted they are and how they're just all into this porno stuff. But then meanwhile, you've got Crow beating the shit out of people in front of children, like continuously. Yeah. And then you've also got, and then like Holly, poor Holly, like anytime they're in the house and it's not an action set, they're surrounded by empty beer bottles, empty alcohol bottles.
Yeah, smoking all the time.
But you have these grown men like, how did these kids get this way? And then you're like, look at the fucking room.
The fucking Chets of the world. That's what, right? That kid. Yeah. After they talk to the kid with the big dick, it's like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about, man. The fucking Chets of the world and that kid. That's what Holly's gonna have to deal with.
But the call's coming from within the house. Like, look at this bullshit. And then he's womanizing at the porno party the entire time.
Speaking of that kid, here's the quote. Kid on bike. You guys want to see my dick? Gosling. Nobody wants to see your dick, dude. Kid on bike. $20? We already paid you 20. What am I saying?
A good save there. Good save. He already had to have the save on the rim job earlier.
Oh, this one's one of my favorites. They're at like a bowling alley. I think it's Holly's birthday party, and he's just surrounded by her friends, and Gosling just goes, Jesus Christ, one at a time. And her friend Janet goes, you took the Lord's name in vain. No, I didn't, Janet. I found it very useful, actually. Okay, Janet? That one has lived in my head rent-free since I saw this movie in 2016.
Well, there's just fun little like throwaway characters that you see for maybe a scene or two, and then they're gone.
Yeah, this is another great little throwaway here, right? Is you're supposed when Holly is supposed to be at her friend Jessica's, right? Because go there, be safe or whatever. We're doing this, and they come back to the house, and Jessica's there. You're supposed to be at Jessica's, and Jessica goes, "Yeah, sorry, Mr. Marsh, my sister kicked us out. She's having a guy over. Your sister's such a slut." Yeah, I know.
I know.
Like just saying to your daughter's friend, your sister's a slut.
But that does feel real. That does. We all
Yeah,
have that friend. We all
right?
have that. We growing up, we all had that friend that like our parents were really comfortable with, like saying
Yeah,
curse words in front of.
yeah. It's like your sister's such a slut. Yeah, I know.
Like it was that one down to earth. Like we all had. So you had that friend that your parents were really comfortable with, and they'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here, so and so."
Yeah.
But then you also had the one friend where like you knew they hated them, so your parents were always like a little more reserved around that friend.
Oh, another great quote from Gosling. You know who else was just following orders? Adolf Hitler.
Adolf Hitler.
Which is hilarious to me because he was the one giving the orders.
Him in the orders. He's just a lovable fucking idiot.
He's
Lovable, like these are
he's
my favorite these are my favorite lovable losers. I think this is right because this is a lovable loser movie through and
Yeah,
through. It's
they're-
this and Blazing Saddles.
and I love he's obsessed with Hitler for some reason. There's another I love it. They do the comedy rule of threes. They bring up Hitler 3 times in this.
And, oh, Shane Black is
And the
He
payoff is so good because they come up so subtly just throughout the movie. You know who else? You know who else was following orders? Adolf Hitler. 40 minutes later, Hitler had one ball.
and then there's one more time where they're sitting with
Yeah.
their backs to the
Kim- yeah.
Department of Justice lady, Kim Basinger.
Kim Basinger.
And
And she's like
he's
explaining,
speaking German.
she's explaining like why, like, yeah, you guys didn't really do it. You know, we'll go free. You can't stop Detroit. This is the way, or whatever. And Gosling just starts speaking German. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And Crow's like, I believe he's comparing you to Adolf Hitler.
What I love that this whole movie is like you can't stop Detroit, and then Detroit just kind of crumbles away on its own eventually. Like
Yeah.
the good guys end up not winning in the end, but Detroit falls to pieces anyway.
Yeah, your real world knowledge is like, okay, I know it. I know what happens. It's fine.
As long as there's a line later where she's like, "As long as the big three are okay, America's okay."
Yeah, and then
And it's like,
you're watching this
oh,
going, well,
no.
yeah. But then again, who knows?
There's a early line from Healy when he's narrating. He says, "Marriage is buying a house for someone you hate."
Yeah, incredible line.
It's a good fucking line. And a movie, if this movie were made today and it wasn't made by Shane Black, there would have been none of that narration. They would have just gotten straight to the bullshit. There would have been none of these side characters.
There's part of Healy's backstory. Russell Crowe does maybe the greatest spit take I've ever seen in this. Because part of his backstory, there's a very quick flashback. He's having dinner with his wife, and she just goes, "I'm fucking your father."
It kind of dribbles out of his mouth too, kind of.
Yeah, it's not like a full spit. It's like a spit. It's not like a full spit take. It's like a spit up, like a baby spitting up, and he just spits it up, and he goes, "What?" It's the greatest thing. Oh, and what else? Oh, there's another great throwaway line where at the end when they're looking for the projectionist, or they're looking for the film. They go, "Where's the projection room?" It's in there. Thanks, buddy. How'd you know my name was Buddy?
Again, just a stupid throwaway joke.
It's so good. Oh,
we never see that guy. We see that guy one time and then he fucks off.
That's the only time we see him, but we'll always remember him.
It's just so good. Like all these characters again.
And this movie is under 2 hours. It runs just under 2 hours. And talk about maximizing your minutes. Every minute of this is memorable.
There's a during the porno party. There's a guy dressed as Pinocchio, but he's called Pornocchio. And this line is he's like giggling as they're walking by, and he's like, "It's not my nose that grows," and that's always stuck with me just because it's gross
and creepy.
And creepy, but you're at a porno party, so you're like, I guess.
Oh, there's the scene. What's he doing? He's like on the phone with somebody. And Russell Crowe's like standing outside his house, and his daughter's like, "Why don't we let him in? No animals in the house, sweetheart."
I always quote. I guess it's from the commercial, but the "me he for you who."
Yeah.
He just beat the shit out of this little girl's dad. And she's, "Oh, you want a yoo-hoo, mister?"
Oh, I love the conversation in the bowling alley. It's like, you beat people up and charge money? Yeah. And guys like, yeah, sad, isn't it? And he's like, how much would you charge to beat up my friend Janet? How much you got? $30.
I want to go watch this again, and I'm glad I bought it and didn't rent it this time.
It's so good.
The movie starts. It's got that '70s funk playing.
Yeah, burn out. Oh, So many
Got
good
the
lines.
smut.
It was like, I was in the pool. Why were you in the pool? I had to question the mermaids.
This is just a very quotable. It's like
This
there's
is
not like this is the
ah,
most quotable movie since The Hangover.
this is what movies are all about, man. Just a good time. Every second of this movie, something memorable is said that you're gonna be quoting forever. Something memorable happens. There's the scene where Ryan Gosling falls next to like the dead body, and he's doing the old Abbott and Costello like Meet Frankenstein bit, where he's like silently screaming, he can't get it out. Incredible stuff.
Just great physical acting from him because there's a scene where John Boy is killing the guards in the hotel, and so the two are on the elevator. They peek out, they see the one guy with his throat slashed, the other one's getting shot. They get back on the elevator, ride it down, and you just see Gosling like shaking as the elevator's going down.
Yeah. Oh, this is Gosling's? I think I said this when I don't remember. I think I said this when we got it on, when the wheel spun it last week. But this is Gosling's Burn After Reading.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, like, he was funny in movies before this, but this is when it was like, oh, this guy's hilarious. This man is a comedy savant.
No, I haven't seen the movie he was just in last summer. What was that? That was
The Fall Guy.
Fall Guy. Is he funny in that, or is that more rom-commy?
I mean, yeah, he's not laugh out loud funny, but I wouldn't say it's a laugh out loud funny movie. It's like it's action. It's an action rom-com, leaning more towards action.
So his filmography since this has just kind of been weird with me. So he was in La La Land the same year, which is a fucking bonkers 2016 to be in this and then to be in La La Land. 2017 he was in Song to Song and Blade Runner 2049. He was great in Blade Runner. I've never seen First Man. He was in The Gray Man in 2022.
Oh God.
2023 he was in probably the best part. This is probably the worst. People are going to be mad at me. He was the best thing about Barbie.
Hang on. When did he turn 40?
Ooh, good question.
Because I think that might explain some of his recent career decisions.
So he's 44 now.
Yeah.
So he turned 40 in 2020.
Okay. And what's he done since 2020?
So since 2020.
The Gray Man?
2020. Gray Man in 22. Barbie in 23. Fall Guy in 24. He's going to be in The Actor in 25 and Project Hail Mary in 26.
Okay.
Project Hail Mary, which one? That's the Phil Lord.
Yeah.
The Lord Miller.
Based on a book by the guy who wrote The Martian. So, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, he turned 40 and was like, I need an action movie.
He needs more comedies because he was good in The Big Short. That was more comedic. Like it was darker tone.
Even in La La Land, he's really funny in La La Land.
Yeah. He didn't really do. He was good in Crazy Stupid Love. I thought he was a good foil to Carell in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just wish he did more comedies. Honestly,
he's so funny. Much like, this is his Burn After Reading.
Yeah, and you know what? He would if they were gonna do like a modern day Tombstone, he'd be in it. But not to spoil anything we're doing soon. But
actually, that episode will be out before this episode.
True.
Yeah.
So I'm speaking to you from the past. This is also pre-Fat Crow.
Well, it's right on the cusp. You can see
right. You can see the gut forming on the man.
Yeah, you can see in this movie. Oh, he's putting on a little bit.
This is almost 10 years. So he had just hit 50. He was in his golden years. He's like, all right, I'm gonna get fat.
It works. It works for his character. It works for him. I like him. I like Fat Crow.
So let's look at. I think has he had a better run since? So let's see.
Probably about the same.
Nice Guys in 2016. He did War Machine and The Mummy in 2017. I forgot he was supposed to be in that Universal Monsters universe.
Yeah.
Turtle Odyssey, Boy Erased, True History of Kelly Gang, Unhinged, Zack Snyder's Justice League. So he was in the Snyder cut.
Probably just archival footage from like.
Yeah. Well, he was uncredited also. Thor: Love and Thunder. I forgot he played Zeus in that. He's like the one
best part of that movie.
Yeah, Oh, it's only because you see Thor's butt. That's why. No, he's a really good bad, like a mini bad guy in that.
It's so
Prize
funny.
fighter.
It's so funny. His role in as Zeus, he does his little fake funny Greek accent, and apparently like they didn't want him doing that, and he was like, no, I'm doing this, and they're like, no, just be Russell Crowe, and so they filmed 2 versions and showed them to test audiences. Guess which one they picked? Funny
His
Greek
fake-
funny Greek
Big
accent.
funny Greek accent. Yeah.
That's right, Taika
Well, you know what,
Waititi.
that movie-
Do not doubt Russell Crowe.
And you know what, Taika? You were coming at us with the fucking screaming goats. So let Crow cook.
Yeah.
Wait, he ate crow. He ate crow. Let's make that a new segment.
I would
We'll find a way.
say the best thing he's done since The Nice Guys. I mean,
He was in Craven the Hunter.
no, oh god,
Never mind. Gosling's had the better run.
Crow is really good in Land of Bad. That's a good one. We got to put that on a wheel one day.
And the bad.
Land of
I
Bad.
never heard of this.
It sounds like it's gonna be a really bad, like cheap, direct to video action movie. Pretty damn good little military thriller. Like,
He's in it with 2 Hemsworths.
yeah,
There's
pretty,
2.
pretty good little Call of Duty like action thriller. He plays a drone operator.
So he's just sitting there. He's a little fat guy playing with a drone. I'm saying this is a fat guy who would play with a drone myself, but he's just sitting there playing with his drones.
Yeah, but he's got like his own little subplot too. Like he's got a subplot where he's got to go grocery shopping for his wife.
Wait, in Land of Bad?
In Land of Bad, there's this little subplot where like Liam Hemsworth is like stranded behind enemy lines or whatever after like his team is killed and captured or whatever, and Russell Crowe's like the only one helping him, and then there's a little subplot where like he's like Hemsworth gets captured, right, and they're like gonna just bomb the place because they think he's dead, but he's not really dead, and he's trying to contact Crow, but Crow's at the grocery store trying to buy fucking goat cheese for his wife.
Honey, I got people behind enemy lines.
It's really fun. It's really fun. He's got his character's like annoyed at all the other like drone operators for not taking it seriously because they're always like in their little like, I don't know, like rec room, like fucking about. He's got a little subplot where he's always mad at people because they leave the phone unhooked.
Well, now that I know that he's played a drone pilot in a movie, I want them to cast Russell Crowe as Obama in the biopic. Russell Crowe is Barack Obama.
He is a chameleon. Anyway, this movie rules.
It's a good movie. This is a really good movie.
It's so good. It's so fun. It's just fun. Movies are fun,
Well, and you know what? 2 of my favorite movie settings are LA and Detroit. And so the fact that this movie is like, what if we give you both, you fucking pig? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to fucking eat that up.
It's just like, oh my God. And like I said earlier, it's just under 2 hours. So it's already like a great length, not a minute wasted, and it breezes on by. Like before you know it, they're in the car talking to a giant killer bee voiced by Hannibal Buress.
Very random scene. Very random.
You know what? This is how you know it's a great movie. That scene is so random, and then it later on in the movie, you realize that scene set up a payoff for such a great gag when he's going for Russell Crowe's ankle gun.
It sets that up. It sets him up for when he swats at the bee at the bar later.
It's like but you're like, this is a bit of a random scene and a random way to get them to crash their car and discover the briefcase doesn't have any money in it. And then later on, he's like, Tilly has them at gunpoint, which is also a great scene in its own right because they're like, have you ever killed anybody before? Yeah, back in Detroit, I killed 3 people. Oh, come on, Tilly, this isn't you. She just said she killed 3 people. Yeah, but I'm saying deep down. Then he lunges for Russell Crowe's ankles, like, hang on. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Where do you keep it? Keep what? Your ankle gun. Who told you I had an ankle gun? You did. When did I say that? In the car. You showed me the ankle gun. In the car, you showed me the ankle gun. You were like, I got this gun, and you lift your sleeve and look at my gun. No, I didn't. Did I dream that?
I didn't get to do any like behind the scenes research, but did they do like I wonder how much of this was improvised because there are some scenes where it feels very improvised. Like I know you love the bathroom door scene, but I kind of feel like that like was
That
unintentional.
no, the door one I know for a fact was unintentional. That door just kept closing.
Yeah, and it just worked. It ended up
Yeah,
working in the
yeah.
moment. And I love scenes like that where something that wasn't supposed to happen happens, and it actually ends up making the scene.
I love too his little just the pitch of his scream when Russell Crowe breaks his arm.
Yeah, it's a very high pitched scream. The bone break. I forgot how brutal that sounds.
Yeah,
It's a pretty convincing bone sound.
that whole scene is great because he's like, now before I go, yeah, you want to know who hired me? Here you go. It's like you just gave up your client just like that.
And he doesn't comment on his house. He's like, wait, you in
Yeah,
this house as a PI?
he's like, you can afford to live here as a PI, which is it's a great character bit because like earlier, like his Russell Crowe's narration is like, yeah, I could have been a PI. I always wanted to be a PI.
And I love that there are little character moments sprinkled in that don't really get a lot of focus later on. So like Holland and Holly are like living in this house as a rental because their old house burnt down. It killed the woman. It killed his wife, Holly's mom, who like you can tell like she was kind of holding it together because Holland was kind of a piece of shit. But it doesn't get bogged down. They don't feel like, well, we need a flashback or the audience is gonna be lost. No, it's like either you pick up on these small moments or you don't, and then you just move on. You're gonna be fine.
I love the way they introduce Crowe's character. He's tailing a pot dealer who's hooking up with like a 13-year-old kid or something.
We can call him pedophile. We can call him pedophile.
That kid's 13, right?
Yeah. The scene says the narration says she's 13. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah, he's tracking down this pedophile to beat him up, and I love that like we essentially first see him. He's waiting like under the window. He's on the driveway, just waiting for the little girl to leave so he can come and beat this guy up. He's eating like peanuts and just flicking them into the guy. He's flicking the shells into the guy's car, and just immediately you're like, okay, this is a cool guy. I like this guy.
Right, and then one of the first lines he speaks that isn't narration. Are you the man? What? And it just fucking clocks him with a fucking
because
knuckle.
Because when the guy's like smoking pot with this teen that he's grooming, he's like, "Who's the man?"
You're the man. You're my foxy man. I was so uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable watching this as a younger person, but now that I'm a parent, I was watching this. I was like, oh no,
it's very
this is the
creepy.
future.
And he's just
this is the future.
And he's just standing there all cool, and he's chucking these peanut shells into the guy's car, and you're immediately like, okay, you immediately know, okay, I know what kind of guy this guy is. You know, you can immediately clock it. You know, he's standing there chucking the peanut shells. I dig it. I dig his vibe. And then he knocks on the door. Are you the man? And the guy's like, what? And just punches him in the face. Brass knucks.
Stay away from little girls.
Yeah.
And then like the next scene, he's getting money from Amelia. One of the next scenes, he's getting money from Amelia to like take care of Marsh.
Yeah.
And she's short $7. And he's like, you're short.
Yeah.
And I forget if she pulls out like $7 out of her glove box or something at that point, but just it's $7 fucking dollars. I know I know money was different back then, but $7, man.
I love when Gosling is trying to get information about Amelia from the bartender, and he's gonna bribe him. He's got like a little dollar bill folded up like a shirt, and he just walks along the bar. Incredible. We haven't even talked about when he smashes his hand through the glass.
Just more like, again, was that on purpose? Like, was he supposed to bleed that much? Because part of me was like, if you had told me that like he wasn't supposed to bleed in that scene, I would have kind of believed you because there is a lot of fucking blood.
So what you're saying is that Ryan Gosling just actually just legitimately cut his wrists.
And there's like, just fucking keep rolling.
Keep rolling. His reaction is so funny. That's a great scene. I know we talked about it before we talked about that scene before we watched this for this episode. And the way he reacts to his just the blood gushing out of his His wrist is hilarious, but I think what I love even more, he wraps like a cloth around his hand before he punches the window, and he wraps it around his hand, and then part of it like spouts back up, and he quickly like fixes it back down like very neatly before he goes to punch, and he lines up his punch. I think that's almost funnier.
And then just him in the ambulance after, like, putting up a fight.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like taking the
Basically
blanket
being
off,
gassed.
trying to leave.
I'm really upset that we don't get more movies like this. Just talking about this movie is making me mad.
It's so good. It's what a picture.
I've been a table away from Shane Black, and I should have thanked him for this movie.
You should have. We should all thank Shane Black for this movie. Is this the last good movie?
From Shane Black?
Just in general.
I think it's the last good movie. If it's Shane Black, yeah, he did the Predators movie after this, where autism is a superpower or something like that.
Yeah. And I know we've watched movies for this podcast that have come out since this movie, and we've given them positive reviews. But in many ways, it does feel like this is the last really good movie.
Yeah, you try to name another one, you can't.
Yeah, like
You can't.
I don't know, man. Under 2 hours, speeds along, endlessly quotable. It's just fun. Like, this is what the movies are about. This is what it's all about,
Cinema. This is cinema, guys.
right?
This is cinema.
If you were to ask if you were to like say, let's make like a capsule of things to leave behind for like aliens to discover, so they will know what we were about, right? And we're going to put in a bunch of art so they'll know, they can get a reading of the kinds of things, what our civilization was like, what humans were like, what we did for joy. You would put this in there.
Yeah, this is a time capsule movie. But I mean, the fact that this came out, Shane Black wrote and directed that Predator movie that we don't speak of, and now we're still waiting for the next thing, is everything that is wrong with this fucking industry right now.
Yeah.
I should not be sitting here almost 10 years on from The Nice Guys being like, man, we only got one other Shane Black movie after that, and it was kind of meh. I should be looking at this and be like, man, we got like 10 other Shane Black, or we got 5 other Shane Black movies, and they're all pretty good.
Yeah. Even if there was never going to be a Nice Guys 2, there should have been why is there no other Shane Black buddy cop movie?
I feel like this would make it. They set up the characters so well that they could do another. Like this feels like the next Rush Hour.
This could have been the next Lethal Weapon.
You do one set in the 80s. Holly's all grown up, and like someone in her dorm has died, and you tie in 2 industries that like you wouldn't think that would tie in, and you just fucking run with it and just fucking go. Just go.
This movie's incredible. I love it. Everybody should watch this movie. This is if they ever make a new edition of 1,000 movies to watch before you die, this has to be at least listed twice.
Should I watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
Absolutely. I almost put it on the next wheel.
First of all, I love the fucking name. It's a great fucking name.
Great.
Every
name.
time I see it, I'm just like, yep, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
I would go so far as to say top 3 Val Kilmer role. Really?
Oh, we didn't mention that Chet is Val's kid.
Yes. Didn't we? I feel like we did.
Did we? I don't remember if we did, but R.I.P. Val.
Yeah,
we miss you.
We do. But yeah, he plays a private eye named Gay Perry, and he's incredible.
Gay Perry. What is this? Phineas and Ferb? Where's Perry?
Yeah, he's
at a gay bar.
Gay Perry, and listen, I just say this. Just what an incredible man. Gay Perry and Val Kilmer. But yeah, incredible performance. I would say that's top 3 Val Kilmer. Every line delivery he gives in that movie is like amazing.
I just clicked on his Wikipedia page and I got really upset that he died.
Yeah.
There it is. Died April 1st, 2025.
I hate it.
10 days.
I hate it. It's been 10 days already? Fuck me.
10 days. Time is fucking lying. He would have made a good... the smile they have on him in this picture, by the way, he would have made a good Joker. I know he's Batman at one point, but guy could have played Joker too.
Anyway,
he If they had done the Batman Beyond movie they wanted to do, he could have played the old Joker. Oh my god! Now I wanna bring him back from the dead so he can play old Joker. Not that I'm trying to put him in IP movies, but
So what you're saying is you want Zaslav to AI him.
no, let's leave him dead. As much as I miss him, no AI.
You should watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang though, and if you don't, I will put it on Great Grandson of You.
Great grandson of Wheel.
Yeah.
What do you so nice guys? What do you is it a 5-star movie? Is this a 5-star movie?
It is a 5-star movie, and I would say it's a 100% dad movie.
Yes, same here. Like, is this the first unanimous 5-star 100?
No, Predator last week.
Was Predator 5-star? Yeah, you know what it was.
Yeah,
2 in a row. Wow, we're on a good run.
we are on a good run. Yeah. Listen, if your dad doesn't like this movie, I think you should consider getting him checked for dementia.
I don't think he's your dad. I think strangers raised you. Your mom was not faithful in the marriage, and you should get a DNA test.
Yeah, everything about this movie, dads love: boobs, porno, cars, buddy cop.
We didn't even really talk about the porno stuff. That's how that's how Gen Z coded we are.
There, yeah, I know. Yeah, the whole mystery revolves around this porno that they made to publicize like this conspiracy of the big three auto manufacturers to like hide how much pollution their cars give out. Their big plan is to expose that. They're gonna put it into the plot of a porno.
It's not a bad idea. It's just it's a bunch of weed freaks. They're like, we should bang. We should bang and put all the truth in the porno.
That reminds me. Amelia's protest. That's a good scene.
Yeah, we're dead. We can't talk to you. Then they step on the one girl's hand.
No, it's like at
He's like,
first
"Oh, I'm sorry.
I
I
just
thought you were
love when
dead."
they show up. It's like, okay, so this is Amelia's protest group. Bye. It's like, where are you going? We gotta find Amelia. This is her protest group. How do you know she's here? This is her protest group. Stop saying that. I'd like to stop saying that. This is her protest group. And it's like, Amelia, it's like, we can't talk to you. We're dead. Yeah, no, I get it. I get the whole protest, but we need to talk to Amelia. We can't talk to you, man. We're dead. What do you even protest? It's like, what are you protesting? The air. The birds can't breathe.
He's like, wait, you all died, and the gas mask didn't help?
Yeah. It's like, okay, so you're all, yeah. So you all died from pollution. What's with the gas masks? It's just
they're like, oh shit. They're like, oh shit.
Yeah, just no response. It's like, who wants to make $20?
It's just your typical like college age kids, like with all the best intentions, but having no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, like why are they like? There's no reason for them to be wearing gas masks.
Right. It's just the most ill-conceived idea, and you know what? It makes the porno look like a fucking stroke of
It's just
genius
like, okay,
compared
so
to everything else.
You all died from the pollution. What's with the gas? The gas mask didn't help. And they're just like, they have no response.
And I love how quick this movie just, I know we already ranked it and everything, but we're still gushing about it. But I love how quick it's killing all these people off and so like Misty fucking dies like right away.
Yeah.
Misty
Mountains
or whatever her name.
Misty Mountains.
Wait, is she called Misty Mountains because of her boobs or mountainous? Holy crap!
The young lady, the porno young lady.
The porno young lady. And then the two porn auteurs, the directors, they just, was it Chat Hatrack, which is like the dumbest fucking name, but of course it's his name.
Sid Shattuck, who, by the way, his dead body played by Robert Downey Jr.
Was that Robert Downey Jr.?
That was Robert Downey Jr.
I spent the whole movie looking for Shane Black, and I should have been looking for RDJ.
Yeah.
Just go watch this movie.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
And they're getting ready to do the 4K collectors. Go buy that.
I want to watch this. I watched this today. I want to watch it again.
A good fucking movie. When my son is old enough to appreciate everything that's going on in this movie, and I don't mean that in a weird way, but when he's old enough to appreciate everything that's going on in this movie, I'm gonna show him this movie.
Yeah. It's incredible. Everybody go watch this movie, and if you've seen it already, go watch it again, and maybe do a double feature with this and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
I might have to do that. I'm gonna buy the 4K both. Yeah, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang's coming up. The movie's 20 years old. I should have watched it by now.
It's so good. Great Christmas movie.
Oh, is it a Christmas? Oh, they're all Christmas movies. Shut the fuck up.
this one's not that much of a Christmas movie, I would say.
Black likes to sneak it. He snuck it in at the end.
He snuck it in at the end. It's less of a Christmas movie. I would say Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is more of a Christmas movie than this, but less of a Christmas movie than Lethal Weapon. Or I don't know, maybe the same.
One of them. Okay, I was gonna say because he got story credits on Lethal Weapon too. So maybe it's only. I forgot he wrote I keep forgetting he wrote The Last Boy Scout, which is another great, and The Last Action Hero. Man, just fucking let Shane Black cook, man.
He did what's the God, I'm blanking on the name. Is really good with Sam Jackson and Gina Davis.
Which
What
one? What was it? Not AWOL. Long Kiss Goodnight.
That's it. He did that one
that
too,
is.
right? Yeah, that's a Christmas movie. That one's
Yeah,
really
that's him.
good.
That's written.
That one's really good too.
Oh, Brian Cox is in that too.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm starting to think
have
I'm starting to think this Shane Black guy knows what he's doing.
Just knows what he's got a fucking knack for fucking dialogue, man, and
Yeah.
fucking humor.
Do
Do
I-
you have a dad joke?
I do have a dad joke.
Do it.
Okay. Ever since Elon did his Nazi salute, my Tesla's been having some problems with the autopilot. Keeps trying to take me to the gas station.
Oh fuck. Was that our first inappropriate dad joke? Whoop, 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 whoop.
I can make those jokes. I'm allowed.
Because you're I'm gonna say because you're a Hitler youth.
That's gonna make Hanukkah awkward.
I don't have a dad joke because I appreciate this movie too much. The dad jokes are in the movie. Go watch the movie.
Go watch the movie.
Sorry I called you a Hitler youth.
I hate to do this, but we got to do our IMDb goofs.
Yeah.
And I hate to
it's
do it for
time.
this movie specifically because fuck these people, but fuck them especially. You have one that's like, I thought the one you had was like super like fucking dork, but the one I got is maybe the biggest dork I've ever seen.
So here, let me do mine, and we'll save your super big dork for after mine. So I picked two because I couldn't believe the audacity of either of these. The Cavalier centerfold depicted of Misty Mountains is of a fold-out 3-page spread, as in Playboy. In 1977, Cavalier centerfolds were a simple 2-page layout. Gross. I don't want.
I bet
the fact that you know this.
Yeah, what a fucking porno mag nerd.
This guy's like, guys, look, I was jacking off in the 70s. Here's what you need to know about these magazines. That's not how it was done. And then this other one I've got, again, this is another one that's just very much like, you're a fucking dork. The name Elaine Boozler appears on the marquee of the Comedy Store. Her name is spelled Elaine Boozler with a Y. Comedy Store would not have made this spelling error. You're telling me the Comedy Store?
Who cares?
Who cares? But also, the Comedy Store has never spelled anyone's name wrong on anything they've ever put out. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Anyway, if you thought those two were fucking dorks.
Oh, here we go.
This person, I'm telling you right now, whoever wrote this, and I'm so glad this has more downvotes than upvotes. Whoever wrote this may be the biggest dork we've ever encountered in our negative Nancy's of the week.
We got to start keeping like a chart of like the worst of these.
This may be the worst. Oh my god. If the film is taking place in the autumn, as denoted by 1978 Auto Show, there should be many advertisements for Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope, which was the most sensational hit during 1977, yet none of them appear in the film.
Bro, shut the fuck up.
This guy's watching a movie. It's like, oh, this movie takes place in 1977. How come there's no Star Wars advertisements? That was the most sensational thing.
This guy's got goo brains. This guy's got IP on the fucking brain.
This guy is the guy in South Park who's playing World of Warcraft. What a fucking loser.
How do you watch a movie set in 1977 and be like, I wonder what these characters think about Star Wars? Like, can you not talk about Star Wars for this movie's less than 2 hours long. Can you not say anything about Star Wars for the next hour 59, please?
Are Star Wars fans the biggest losers on the planet?
I'm ready for MGM, or I'm sorry, not MGM. I'm ready for Amazon to fuck up James Bond, so James Bond fans become the next star. I just want to watch them all suffer.
I don't know, man. Fucking Lord of the Rings fans still aren't as bad as Star Wars fans.
They just when Lord of the Rings fans get something bad, they just kind of ignore it. They're like, we don't really talk about the Hobbit movies. That's fine.
Yeah, right? Like, I don't know.
They just fuck off. They're like, no,
You know,
we have our 3 movies over
and
here.
here's the thing with James Bond also. James Bond has always been hit and miss. Its fans know that. As a noted James Bond fan, there's a lot of not good James Bond movies. Like, I think even the bad ones are fun. I think James Bond is like pizza. When it's bad, it's still pizza. But like, James Bond has always been up and down. So Amazon can throw whatever, and it's like, they're probably not going to give us anything as bad as Octopussy.
Oh, Die Another Day was terrible, but I loved it.
Yeah, right? Like, Dinah,
You give me a catchy Madonna song. You've got a bad guy with diamonds in his face. There's that bullshit fucking
the main villain is a Korean who changed to be a white man.
They whitewashed their Korean villain.
His villain is a North Korean who undergoes a procedure to become a white British man.
I remember even watching that as like a preteen. I remember like, this is weird.
Yeah, but like I like that movie. It's fun.
It's a fun, stupid. They battle it out. They're fencing, and then they're like, let's do real sword, and they chase each other with swords.
That's a good sword fight. No, that's a fun movie. There's this one part I think it really just distills this movie when he meets Halle Berry's character. She's like, this is my friend. My friends call me Jinx. He goes, my friends call me James Bond. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why do your friends call you your full name? But it's so stupid. I love it. It's a fun movie. I don't care. His car turns invisible.
It's a good car. Like they use it when the igloo. The climax of the movie takes place in a giant fucking igloo. It's like an ice palace.
Yeah,
an ice hotel.
It's a stupid movie and it's fun. It's bad, but it's fun. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way Amazon makes anything as bad as Die Another Day, but Die Another Day is still really fun to watch. So I don't know.
Before the broccoli stepped aside, Amazon was like, "What if we made a Moneypenny series?"
I don't know. They still might, but again, like, I don't think James Bond fans would react the way Star Wars fans react to things, because they'll just be like, "Yeah, okay, we just won't watch it and we won't care." And we have Die Another Day. It's fine.
And Star Trek people are the same way. Like, even when they have bad stuff, they're still like, this is bad. I'll just go watch the other shit.
It's like, well, let's just ignore it. Like, they just had that really bad Paramount Plus movie or whatever. And they were just like, okay, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna pretend this doesn't exist.
We're just gonna and they have their goofy shit too, because they have Lower Decks, and Lower Decks is so goofy, but they're like, no, this is good.
Yeah. Anyway, Star Wars fans, fucking losers. And listen, I like Star Wars. I like Star Wars. Please do not call me a Star Wars fan. Don't lump me in with the fans.
Matt has repeatedly said, just let's watch the prequels. He said that multiple times. And I'm just like, oh, you're one of those Star Wars fans. Or let's watch the original trilogy. I'm sorry, not the prequels.
I like the prequels.
Yeah, typical Star Wars fan.
I hate Attack of the Clones, but I like the other two.
It was very boring as a child, I remember. I haven't seen these as a grown adult.
I only watched them as an adult, so I'm not even talking out of nostalgia. I didn't watch any Star Wars movies until I was like 20.
I'm just indifferent to them.
They're fun. I like them. They're good movies, I think.
I liked Return of the Jedi. That was, or not Return. What's the one with the casino scene that everyone's like, this is weird?
The Last Jedi.
I liked The Last Jedi. I really liked it. That was a fun theater experience. I like Star Wars. I do. I like the movies. I like the games. Please don't call me a Star Wars fan. Those people are insane. Please don't lump me in with them.
Yeah. I'm at that point in my life where it's like, I like things. Please don't say I'm a fan. Don't associate me with fans of things, because fans are fucking lunatics.
I'm the same way with Rick and Morty. Like, I love Rick and Morty. I am not a Rick and Morty fan. Don't put me in with those people yelling for their sauce and getting on McDonald's counters.
Yeah, it's the same way. I play video games. Please don't call me a gamer.
Please, I just call me an enthusiast. Call me an enthusiast, please.
Yeah, I play video games.
Hobbyist.
I play video games. I enjoy video games. Don't lump me with gamers. Those people are fucking lunatics.
They're psychos. Please leave me out of it.
Yeah.
It's wheel time, right?
It's wheel time.
Spin. that wheel.
You want to see
I
this
didn't miss-
wheel?
We don't have a lot on this wheel.
We got 3 things left on this wheel. We have
Wheeling and dealing.
GoldenEye, Wedding Crashers, and Punch Drunk Love. We do have a guest coming on for this next episode, so what do you think would be the best out of these 3?
Who's the guest again?
Brian Cutter.
Okay, so he's an older gentleman, so we don't have to worry about a Gen Z guest being weirded out by all the sex in GoldenEye or Wedding Crashers. I could talk any of these with Brian.
Yeah, he seems, I don't know. I don't really know him. I just know him because he was like, I'll be a guest on your show. And I was like, who wants to be a guest on our show? He seems all right. I guess I'll find out next week.
We're gonna have to put out another call for guest here soon.
Yeah. I'm debating if I should put out another call or if I should just start DMing people I want as a guest. Like, hey, would you be willing to come on this show?
Start DMing, because that's when we can really just be courageous and be like, hey, person who would never come on our show ever, you should come on our show.
Hey, Tom Cruise, if this is really you running this account, love for you to come on our podcast. I know you don't really do these kinds of things.
Look, do that, because then that increases our chances of getting in on the coconut white chocolate cake during the holidays.
Oh my God, that's my dream. That'd be my. A lot of people have dreams of like becoming a certain thing or earning a certain amount of money. My dream is to get that cake.
I really hope so. I'm watching The Studio right now on Apple Plus, which, by the way, if you haven't, check it out. I'm hoping they do an episode about that cake, because it's just it's inside Hollywood enough that like that would have its fans. Like it'd be one of those where you have to know what they're referencing, but if you do, it's going to be a great piece of TV.
You know why Tom Cruise would never come on our show?
Why?
Because he loves movies too much to single one out.
Yeah, if there were a bad movie, he wouldn't say it. He'd be like, I can't talk about this movie.
Yeah, like if there was a movie that if he rolled a bad movie, like he wouldn't say anything bad about it, and like I wouldn't be comfortable saying something bad about it in front of him. If there was a good movie, like he would just like, I don't know, he wouldn't want to single out. He's he's one of those guys like if like Letterboxd like goes to the red carpet. What's your top 4 or whatever? He's one of those guys like, oh, I can't pick. There's so many movies. If I pick one, it's like picking my children. All the movies are good.
He can't be brought to pick. It's like he's got a gun held to all the other movies that he's not picking. He's like, you're gonna make me shoot my movie? Don't make me shoot my movie. If
you held a gun to his head and said, pick your top 5 favorite movies, he would be like, why? Why would you make me do this? Why would you do such a thing? Talk to me. What are we doing here? Like, he'd look you in your eyes and you'd turn the gun on yourself.
You'd feel bad enough, like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Tom.
Have you ever seen the video of the guy who like sprays him with water?
Yeah, he like, is it the mic or a flower? But he grabs it. He's like, why would you do that?
Yeah,
why would you do that?
He's like, hang on, why would you do that? Don't go anywhere. The way he talks to that guy is like, I would kill myself afterwards.
Well, and then he also, him yelling on the set of the Mission Impossible movie for like the people not like people hated him for that, but I'm like, he's right. He's right. He was right for that. But I'm talking like specifically the guy who like sprayed him with the water as a prank. Oh yeah, he got a stern Tom Cruise talking to.
Like that's like I would kill myself legitimately. Like, and I love that because like I know like I've seen some clips these days of like these influencers who get invited to red carpets and they try to do their little stunts and pranks or whatever. Like I saw one where some guy was like, I'm on the red carpet. I'm gonna mumble while I interview these actors on the premiere of their movie. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, I hope, and I watch these, I see these clips and I'm like, I hope one of these people tries it on Tom Cruise. I hope we get another water spray incident because they deserve it. Because I see the clip of him talking to that guy and people are like, oh, look at how he did. And he's kind of polite about it too. Like he gives him, like he's not mean. He doesn't yell at him. He's just like, why would you do that? Look at me. Why would you do that? Why would you think that was a good thing to do? I'm like, this is like your favorite teacher, like being disappointed in you. I would kill myself.
If Tom Cruise were disappointed in me, I would just kill myself.
If the way he talks to the guy afterwards, I'm like, if Tom Cruise talked to me like that, staring directly, and he never loses eye contact, he's always staring directly into that guy's soul. I would probably contemplate suicide. I would rethink my entire life. But that's
We
why
we
that's why
need
that's why Tom would never be on the show.
we need him on the red. I love that it's that's where that stemmed from, but we need him on the red carpet getting these influences out of it. It drives me every time I see one of those. I'm like, what are you doing? That press pass could have gone to like a serious journalist.
Oh,
Like it's entertainment journalism, but like still
Yeah,
that could
yeah.
have gone to a serious journal instead of your dumbass like prank shit. Like what value are you adding to anything?
yeah,
Get
nothing.
the fuck out of here.
Anyway, Tom wouldn't come on the show, but maybe this is how we get the cake, okay? Tom wouldn't come on. We get either Simon Pegg or Chris McQuarrie. They would come on.
Okay, all right.
We
I'm here
get
for
them
it.
on, and then we become Cruise adjacent,
Our 6 degrees just got less.
right? Yeah, then we're like 1 or 2 degrees away from Tom Cruise. Then we get the cake.
We would have to find. Maybe watch a Reacher episode with him. Like, what do you think of this Reacher, Tom?
Love him.
Well, he's bigger. He's
Love
bigger.
him.
but I
Love him. Love what he's doing. Love what he's doing. He does his own stunts. I hear. Great guy. Great guy.
Did they have to do? Did they have to do?
Great guy.
Does he have to stand on a box? Does he have to stand on a box? I stand on a box.
They'd be like, I love him. I love him. He's great at what he does. So much energy. Does his own stunts. Ha ha ha. Great guy. Ha ha ha. Love him. Ha.
If he were on the show, would he have to sit on a box on the webcam? I'm being mean. Spin the wheel. I love my short kings out there.
Oh, the only thing getting me through life is knowing I'm the same height as Tom Cruise.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend.
No, it's fine.
The king of short kings in front of another short king.
Oh, you think if we got him on the show, he would try to convince us to join?
I thought, does he recruit? I've never seen him recruit.
I don't know. According to Seth Rogen, he tried to recruit him.
I need to listen to some Rogan stuff because I've heard of like people having conversation. Like Rogan was like telling someone about the algorithm room in Netflix. I was like, I want to hear more of this conversation.
I don't know who he said it to, but he told a story of like Tom Cruise was like Tom Cruise was talking to him in Apatow, and like he was like and tried to like talk about Scientology. Like, let me just talk to you about this. Let me just tell you about this. And they were like they were putting off like, hey, okay, like how about after we're done the meeting, at the end, like he's trying to give them pamphlets or something. I don't know, but I don't know. That was probably like peak like weird Scientology cruise like 08 or something, 09. He probably doesn't do that anymore.
I thought him just being a member was enough because it's like we have MJ, we have our Michael Jordan over here. He doesn't need to he doesn't need to play the game. We just need to people need to see that he's over here.
I'm not gonna lie. If somebody just came up to me and was like, listen, you see Tom Cruise? We can do that for you. I'd consider it.
Consider Scientology?
Yeah, if they were like, listen, you see Tom Cruise? See how old he is? Yeah. See what he looks like? Yeah. That's what we can do for you. I might join.
They're like, all it's going to take is you telling us all your secrets, and you have to be completely alienated from your friends and family.
But look
we'll
at
be your friends and family.
But look at the hairline you'd have at the age of 62.
And you're just like, that might be worth giving up my family.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
what do you want on this wheel? What do you want?
Goldeneye.
I want Punch Drunk Love.
By the way, just one more Scientology thing. Scientology, great way to get out of like people who try to talk to you, like people who try to give you like pamphlets or like sell you things. It's a great way to get out of it.
Did Larry David do this in Curb?
No,
I know he did the MAGA hats. He did the MAGA.
He did the MAGA hats. I've one time I was walking, and they were there's this like these two people, they were handing out pamphlets for like Christianity, like join. I don't know what sect of Christianity. Like I don't know if they were Mormons or Jehovah's Witnesses or just weird Catholics, but they were trying to hand out pamphlets like, would you like to let Jesus in or whatever. And I'm walking towards them thinking, how am I going to get out of because I see them like trying to talk to me. I'm like, how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to get out of this? And so they tried to give me a pamphlet, and they were like, would you like to, and I just was like, sorry, I'm a Scientologist. And they backed right the fuck off. Like they were taken aback. They're like, oh, like they didn't know how to react. They were just like, they just left me alone. I was like,
didn't see it.
I'm like, this is great.
You didn't see it, but the pamphlet you like just barely grazed. They like fucking threw it on the ground and set it on fire.
Yeah. So I don't know if you're ever out there, if you're out there and like somebody at a kiosk tries to sell you like some religious thing or like some weirdo comes to your door, just say you're a Scientologist. They will leave you alone.
You know what else works? If you hiss at them.
Anyway, I'm going to spin this wheel now and then I'm going
Spin
to
it.
drop into a coma. Oh, beautiful. It is GoldenEye.
We can't all get what we want.
Look, we were having a good Bond discussion. I feel it's pretty poetic.
It's bound to happen. Is this better be on Prime? They own. Are you
It
kidding
is.
me?
It has to be.
It says I have to. It says I have to pay for it.
There's no way.
It says I have to pay for it.
There's no way.
$2.99.
Oh my God. What the fuck? They own it.
You own it. What are you doing?
What the hell?
It's yours. It's yours.
No. Hang on. Is Google saying you have to pay for it or are you on Prime?
I'm on Google. We get
Yeah.
on Prime, but if this is the case, this is bullshit.
That's insane. They own it. Hang on. GoldenEye.
This is your fucking shit, man. I thought you'd want your shit.
Why? Oh my God. Why is GoldenEye not fucking streaming on Prime?
What's the burn after reading line? I thought you'd want to know about the security of your shit.
I thought you might be interested in the security of your shit.
Yeah, this is not like they want to sell me every Blu-ray known to man, but they don't. No, nope.
What the hell? Are other James Bond movies on Prime?
Let's see. Die Another Day. No.
Why they
What is
own-
what?
I don't understand. Why would you buy something and remove and not like what the fuck?
Skyfall. Nope. Spectre. MGM Plus. Okay, I found one. Spectre is on Amazon Prime.
This doesn't make sense. Why would you buy Why would you buy James Bond and you have your own streaming service? Why would you not put the like? The fuck is? How is this $1 billion company? They don't know what they're doing.
I have no idea what the fuck's going on. No Time to Die. Not streaming anywhere.
Anyway, I own this, so I'm okay.
Oh, I forgot. Rami Malek was the bad guy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucked. I gotta hit up the libraries, I guess.
I'm sure the library's got to have this, right? How could the library not have a James Bond movie?
I've started pirating movies. Don't tell Hollywood, but I
pirate
watched
mo-
Men in Black 2 illegally.
Let me tell you something. I pirate movies all the time.
I can't do this show with you anymore. That's bullshit, man. Support the
Whenever,
arts.
listen, sometimes I rent it. Right, I'm not gonna lie. I rented the Heartbreak Kid, which I regret.
You're trying to get that scrubbed off your credit card.
Yeah, right. I will rent it, right? But if I think I'll like a movie, I will buy it, right? But like if I haven't seen it before and I'm unsure, I'm just gonna pirate it. I got a nice little app. It's called OnStream. Works beautifully.
If I've checked the stream, if I've checked my library, if I've looked everywhere and I can't find it, and I have to pay I'll pay $5 most of the time. But if it's just one of those movies where it's like I'm not gonna, why? And it's old enough, I'll be like, all right, let's see who's got this fucking for free online.
Yeah, I rented I tried to pirate the Heartbreak Kid. I rented it because my the stream kept freezing, so I was just like, fuck it, I'll just pay the $5.
Yeah, it becomes a convenience thing at that point.
Yeah, but I knew it was like, yeah, if it's a movie I know I'm probably gonna like this, I'll buy it.
Well, I mean, from here on out, I think we just watched one of the best movies on the wheel. So I think it's all downhill from here.
I don't know, man. I really love GoldenEye. GoldenEye might be my favorite Bond.
I think The World Is Not Enough because I really like that dynamic of the Bond of the love interests being the bad. I've always loved it when the love interest is the bad guy.
Yeah, I think Brosnan gets a bad rap.
I think he did fine.
Yeah, he had a solid run.
Yeah, and he had what did he have 6 movies?
Four.
And he had
4.
GoldenEye, The World Is Not Enough,
Tomorrow
Die
Never
Another Day.
Dies.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Everything or Nothing.
I count it.
Yeah.
Everything or Nothing's really good.
Yeah, I think he gets a bad rap because Die Another Day. But I don't know. Tomorrow Never Dies and The World Is Not Enough. I feel like they're really underrated. Those are good.
Die Another
movies.
Day is just very 2000 because that was 2002 if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
That feels like a very 2002 ass movie.
Tomorrow Never Dies has aged wonderfully because the bad guy owns a news conglomeration, and he
Yeah.
wants to start World War III so he can be the first to break the story.
It was also the worst James Bond video game. That one was very hard for no reason. They did like the third person. It was like they were doing like a Siphon filter with it. It's like, no,
Oh,
I'll just play. I'll play Siphon filter if I want to play this.
oh yeah. No, I love Golden. I don't know. We might. I can't speak for you, but for me at least, could be 3 5-stars in a row.
You know what? We should follow this wheel up with an oops all James Bond wheel.
I mean, we could.
To be a very niche wheel.
I have a giant list of like movies to eventually put on the wheel that I just keep like when I think of a movie that should go on the wheel, like I'll put it on the list, and I just literally have James Bond.
Yeah, just
Like-
no specific James Bond, just James
Yeah,
Bond.
no specific movies, just James Bond, and I know because I know eventually we'll have, by the end of this, by the time the world is over and we're both dead, we'll have had like 50 wheels, and there will have been a James Bond movie on all of them.
What's 50 times 20? That 1,000?
50 times 20 is, yeah, let's just say 1,000.
It's too much math this late at night. It's a lot of movies. I don't know if I can watch that many movies.
I could. I got nothing going on. If they're all as good
I'm
as The
gassed.
Nice Guys, I could.
Oh, just we can't watch anything past 2016 anymore. I think the Nice Guys. We've reached the Nice Guys continuum. This is the line.
This
we
is
can't
what-
cross the line.
This is when movies ended, and every good movie we've gotten since is just like a nice little like a one-off return episode.
So every movie we watch from now on before Nice Guys we're gonna call it. It's part of the before Nice Guys era. Every movie after the Nice Guys after is ANG.
Before Nice
Yeah.
Guys and after Nice Guys.
BNG ANG. We're doing that. Yep.
I like it. I like it. Before we go, you know what? We should have talked about this earlier. Do you place Gosling or Crow on the Johnson Cruise Pit scale?
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about that. I honestly think the best face actor in the movie is it's a tie between Quayle and am I saying her name right? Amelia
Quayle? I've heard it both ways.
Bosley Quagmire.
I've heard it both ways.
Her and then the girl who plays Holly.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I'd put either of them, Crow or. I think I would need to see. I need to see more of their body of work. I think some of Gosling's best face acting is Drive, the sci-fi movie that I can't. Oh, Blade Runner 2049, and then I'd say those two are like some of his best face acting. I haven't seen Place Beyond the Pines in a while, so I need to go back and rewatch that. But yeah, I would need to rewatch some of both.
I'm sure Crow at least I'm sure will pop up on this wheel many, many times.
Yeah. And you know what? Maybe I'll sneak in La La Land. Maybe I'll make us watch a musical.
La La Land is good. Musicals are
That'll
good,
be-
people.
That'll be my next double feature. We'll do the producers in La La Land. Ooh, I kind of like that. I kind of
Ooh.
Springtime for Hitler and then follow it up with City of Stars.
Springtime for Hitler in Germany. That's such a good
Isn't that-
bit. That's such a good bit. Everybody horrified in the audience except one guy who loves it.
You know what? If I didn't know anything about the producers, I would have sworn that this was it was a South Park bit.
Oh. Anyway, we got to get going here because it's 3 a.m. for me.
Yeah, it's bedtime. I want to read some comic books and go to bed.
I'm just gonna collapse. Follow us at Stand and Watch on Blue Sky, and you can follow me and Nick on Blue Sky also. But we're not gonna tell you our handles. You gotta find that out for yourself. Follow me on Twitch
a
at Real and Fresh.
It's a secret. Follow me. I don't. Hey, I Twitch Wordle sometimes. Go follow me twitching Wordle.
Yeah, Nick's Wordle streams are lit.
When I do them.
Yeah, they're bumping. They're bumping. What is it?
How
Nick?
lazy I am. Where I'll be sitting upstairs. I'm like, should I go stream Wordle? I'm gonna stay up here and watch TV.
What is it? At Nick Fat Night?
At Nick Fat Night. It's just like Nick at Night from your childhood,
Yeah, but it's
But
Nick Fat
fat.
Night.
but it's fat. Like Russell Crowe.
I don't stream Wordle. I stream other things, but you should follow me because I'm almost at 200 followers.
Hey,
And it's a meaningless number, but it'd be nice.
maybe I'll follow you with some of my alts.
Oh, it's so late. I'm blanking on. That's it for Stand and Watch. Whatever you do, don't tell your mother.
Hey.